Hey everybody, this is D Hunter, bringing another action figure review. Today, we're going to look at the Hasbro G.I. Classified 6-inch scale Jinx. This is basically a red suited ninja on the Joe side of things. I had the Jinx figure as a kid, and it was one of my favorites, so it's really cool to have a larger, better version as an adult. I pre-ordered her from Amazon. She arrived today, so let's take a look at the packaging. As you can see, she's on the Joe side of things. Kim Jinx, I'm not going to try to pronounce her last name. G.I. Classified by Hasbro. Here she's in the package. It looks like we have a large bladed staff, sword, extra hands, head, blindfold, etc. Here she is on one side of the package. This is the 124th figure in the G.I. Classified line. Other side, not much going on, some Joe insignia. At the back, here she is, posed up in a dojo. And at the bottom, there's her barcode, in case that helps anyone. So no further ado, let's open her up. Alright, now that this figure out of the package, here she is with all of her accessories laid out. She comes with 2 alternate hands, totaling 4 interchangeable hands, 2 heads, 1 masked, 1 unmasked, a blindfold, a sword and a sheath, and then a bladed staff type weapon. Before we take a look at all that, let's talk about and check out the figure. So this is Jinx. She's a female ninja that wears a red suit, was recruited by Snake Eyes, and fights on the Joe side of things. So let's take a look. Starting with the face here, looks pretty good. She's got shorter hair, tattoos down her arm, dragon type logo, she's a little necklace around her neck, double jointed elbows, double jointed knees, traditional ninja suit, looking pretty good. And a closer look at her face and head sculpt, which I think looks pretty good. And then here's the figure, broken down as far as she can go, with all of her removable parts detached. Now let's check out her accessories, starting off with her hands. She has a total of 4 hands, 2 right hands and 2 left hands. And here she is with her second pair of hands. This is a pair of gripping hands. Now let's check out her heads. She has 2 of them, one with the mask off, one with the mask on. Here's Jinx with her first head. This is the unmasked head. And here's her second head. This head has the red mask on. And this is the look I prefer from her, as this is how I'm familiar with the character, always having the red ninja mask on. Her flesh color neck bothers me though. I wish she had a full red suit like the original figure. Here's her blindfold, made of a rubbery material, has some give to it. You could put it on either her masked or unmasked head. I believe this reenacts one of her training scenes for the movie. Here's Jinx with a blindfold on top of her masked head, then with a blindfold on her unmasked head. Now let's look at her sword and sheath. Of course, the sword comes out of the sheath and it has a little peg for the hole in her back. Then we have this katana, blade silver, kind of basic, and the handle has decent sculpting detail, but nothing special. Here she is, holding that sword. She can hold it with either one hand or with 2. And then here she is, holstering that sword. And for her final accessory, this is a large bladed weapon. We've got 2 pretty cool looking blades on the other side, a little wrap between them and the staff. And here's Jinx holding that weapon, which she can also hold with either one hand or with 2. And now that we've taken a pretty good look at both the figure and her accessories, let's check out her height. From bottom to the top of her head, standing around 5.9 inches tall, which can translate to just about 15 centimeters. And for her articulation, starting with her head, of course, she can rotate from side to side. She can look up and down about that much. Tilt her head at least a little bit from side to side. She does have articulation at both the top of the neck and the bottom of the neck, and her necklace is a separate piece and kind of move up and down. Shoulders, ball joint, goes out about 90 degrees, maybe a tad more. Up, down, around. She has sort of butterfly joint, go forward and back, but not by much. Bicep cut below that. Double jointed elbows below that. Her wrist, it can rotate, and it's going to be hinged as well. Torso has a ball joint. Rotate around, forward and back. Another one below that, at her waist, rotate around, forward and back between the 2. Kind of weak range of motion there. For a ninja, she should be able to do a little bit more than that. legs complete with splits, ball joints. She's got... doesn't really seem to have the drop down hips like a lot of the other Joes do. Thigh cut. They go forward about that far. Double jointed knees. She's got a boot cut. Then her ankles, forward and back, tilt and rock. Here's a look at Jinx taking on 4 red ninjas. And here's a look at Jinx training in the dojo. Now let's check her out next to some of their action figures, starting off with some of their Hasbro G.I. Classified figures. Here she is, next to Snake Eyes, the one that trained and recruited her onto the Joe team. And speaking of ninjas, here she is, next to 4 of the Cobra Team Red Ninjas. And here she is, next to 4 Hasbro Marvel Legends Red Hand Ninjas. Then, with 4 newer Marvel Legends Red Hand Ninjas. And now, with 4 Hasbro Power Rangers Red Ninja Rangers. I use these guys for, as you can imagine, even more ninjas in my collection. Now let's check her out next to some other recently released G.I. Classified figures. Here she is, next to the Retro Card, Beachhead, Snow Serpent, and Cobra Eel. Here she is, next to a couple of recent Dreadnoks, Nagahide, and Torch. And finally, next to Doc, and the Walmart exclusive Shockwave. Now let's check her out next to some action figures from different various companies, so we can see how she fits in both scale and style-wise, in case you don't know which lines you can mix her with. Since she's a Hasbro G.I. Classified figure, they're the 6-inch scale. I'm going to start with my comparisons with some of the smaller action figure lines I collect, and we'll work way larger. But first, let's check her out with some of her Hasbro brothers and sisters. Here she is, next to some Hasbro Marvel Legends, then with some Hasbro Power Rangers and Hasbro Fortnite figures, and now with some Jazzwares Fortnite figures and SH Figure Arts action figures. Here she is, next to a Frosted Sugar Cookie, and here she is, next to some Make-Facts figures and some more Hasbro Marvel Legends. Then, with both some Mattel and Mezco DC figures. Next, with some Jazzwares and Mattel wrestling figures. And now, with some NECA and DC Direct figures. And finally, with some McFarlane toys and Diamond Select. So overall, it's a pretty nice Jinx figure. It's a character that I've wanted to get a G.I. Classified for a very long time. And it didn't exactly disappoint. I know they want to modernize her and everything, but I really wish that she had red cover up her neck. It's bothering me quite a bit. I had the old figure and she had long sleeve red, complete red outfit. Kind of what I was expecting here. It doesn't make it a bad figure, but the neck thing just, I don't know, really bothers me. It's very distracting. Her accessories are great. Extra hands, weapons, a blindfold, masked and unmasked head. Articulation is everything you'd expect from a Hasbro G.I. Classified figure. Sculpt and paint job are excellent. She's a little on the small side of things, but she's in scale with the rest of the G.I. Joe line. If I were to rate this figure, if she's done just a little bit differently, I'd probably give her like a 7.5. As is, probably going to drop it down to a 6.5. Mainly, the neck thing is just bothering her because I had the old figure and it just has a little disconnect between the two. Still a nice figure. So this is D Hunter. Thank you guys for watching this video. If you liked the video, press like below. If you have anything you want to say about the video, add it in the comment section. If you want to see additional action figure reviews from me, press subscribe. I do appreciate when you do that. Once again, this is D Hunter. Thank you guys for watching this video, and I'll talk to you guys real soon.